Everybody talking like they doing what we doing, but these brothers is rare and they ain't moving like we moving. And everywhere we go, when we walking, women choosing. Don't hate, it's alright. So don't hate, it's alright. So don't hate. It's alright.
I was told to be patient. The money gon' come. Got plans in the face.
Hey. Good evening, good people.
I had to come in with the boy Be Legit one time.
Hey.
Because I got a record with Be Legit. I'll be having
like that. We like that.
Yeah. Shout out to Money B. He killed it too. I think he punched that record in. I don't remember.
Hey.
Great record. Take off. Download it. Apple, Spotify. And get, hey, we everywhere. What up, though? It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Welcome, good people. Welcome to another show. We're so happy to have y'all with us.
Yes,
as you can see, we have a new face on the panel today.
Filling in for the Butler.
Filling in.
Brother Butler, get well. Hope you feel well, Brother Butler.
Yes.
Get well, my dude. Feel better. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But checking in, I got my man Maxell. Maxell is me and Maxell been rocking this is like, since forever. You know what I'm saying? When people talk about they day ones and all that type stuff, me and this dude have been down since since before we had our diplomas, our high school diplomas. You know what I'm saying?
It's like 95, bro.
It's like 95. So it'll be 30 years next year.
Mm-hmm.
You might have to celebrate a 30-year.
Clap that up.
Yeah. I'm with you on that one, Shawan. Appreciate you.
That's a beautiful thing. And he from the mill, so we got an all meal show today. I'm telling you right now. Another clap it up.
Butler gonna be mad. We clapping up on that. He gonna be mad. I hope he sleep. I hope he had a hot toddy and went to sleep and he don't see none of this foolishness that's going on.
He's gonna comment right now.
See, this is why I need my Texas Tech 48. You know what I'm saying? I could be rocking my Texas Tech 48, holding Butler down because he's not here. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna eventually get my Texas Tech jersey though. I'm waiting on it. I can't wait.
Yeah, so Butler, if you watching, Scott bring this up almost every show. So get him his jersey.
At least every other. At least.
Seriously.
Yeah.
For real.
For sure.
So what's been up with y'all? How y'all been doing this week? Y'all been all right?
Hey man, it's playoffs. So because it's the playoffs, I'm completely intrigued. Life is great. I can come home every day and be productive with the television on because it's the playoffs. So, you know what I mean? Life's been good.
Okay.
I've been trying to, just trying to get a good routine in. You know what I mean? Be productive, get a good routine in, have some fun. That's about it. Maxell, what's going on in the A, man? What's going on in the A down there?
Man, shit. I be in the house, so I don't know what the fuck these niggas doing outside.
I don't blame you.
It was like 90 degrees today.
Yeah, it was hot here too, man. I know it wasn't 100. It said it was 90, but my car said it was 100 outside.
Yeah, the car always say that. I think the official temperature here was 92. I think was the high. Yeah. But so I've been in the house. Need to get back to the gym. I go to the gym a lot, y'all. I'm a gym guy.
I went.
Okay.
I ain't been in like a month, so I'm gonna be back in there tomorrow. But I ain't been doing shit, sitting around doing fat nigga shit. I made a cake and ate it.
Come on with it.
Okay, you made it. What kind of cake you made?
It was a golden butter cake with a chocolate fudge. Very basic. It was in a Pillsbury box. Like I ain't.
Okay.
You have to see
how
you
ain't making from scratch.
Nah.
Hey, I mean, but he scratched when he made it. That's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? He ain't making.
Hey, it's the fact that you made the cake.
Baby.
Exactly. Made the cake. A lot of people, they should be out here making cakes.
Yeah. Give it up for Maxell making the cake.
You know what I mean? The cake maker out here. Pop my collar a little bit.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm gonna tell him because I know we normally start the show off by saying, You know what I'm saying? We are live on the BS3 network, and you can support us by sending stars. So make sure you hit that like, subscribe, send us some stars. Subscribe to the podcast, man. We everywhere. Spotify, Apple, iTunes. If you get it there, we there.
Yeah,
So
we're
shout out
there.
to Ben Sutter the third for what I'm saying, making us everywhere, man. We appreciate that. We love that.
Yeah, I think when I checked, we had like 24 episodes. So go
Are
check us
we?
out.
Hey,
Yeah, go check us out.
hey,
Go watch us. Go catch
hello.
up with what we talk about,
Shawan,
Yeah.
you remember when we was counting the episodes?
Yeah, I think we stopped at like 11.
That's crazy. We was counting. We got
Wow.
okay. Well, listen, I'm that shout out. We episode 20. So okay, we out here. We
Yeah,
in
we
this
getting
thing.
up there.
Okay,
So we really
okay,
doing
okay.
this.
We're gonna celebrate 25. We're gonna celebrate
Yeah.
25.
Yeah.
Okay, so listen, speaking of everywhere, man, one thing that's been everywhere is your boys Kendrick and Drake. They've been everywhere, Shawan. They air. I can't listen. Here's what's crazy, man. I'm not really the social media guy. Like I hop on, hop off. I really don't spend
Mhm.
much time on it. It's a tool for me more than it is something to do. But
Yeah.
everybody has an opinion. And
Yeah.
that's to me what's amazing more than anything. Like I've been seeing more, and I'm old. I'm on Facebook, so that's where all the OGs is. Shout out to all the OGs on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? But listen, but on Facebook, it's like it's a lot of people just having posts like, "Hey, I know y'all in y'all feelings, but such and such one." You know what I'm saying? Or oh, your boy lost. Y'all know he lost. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now, Shawan,
Yeah.
I want to know
Mhm.
what is your initial reaction to everything that's happening right
My initial reaction is that this was kind of a time bomb waiting to explode in a sense
now? Okay.
because Kendrick has had an issue with Drake for a while, and he has called Drake out numerous times. And Drake was kind of throwing little shots back and forth. They was kind of going a little back and forth over the years. And it just came to a head, and I'm really happy that it has come to a head. I think that I think that egos needed to be put in place, put in check, and you got to call a spade a spade. You got to call a spade a spade. Kendrick was sick of the nonsense. He was sick of Drake. He called him out, and we at where we at right now. And I like the sport. I liked what happened. I was ready to see Drake be challenged by somebody that, to me, is a superior rapper. You know, and to see it go down the way that it has gone down, I'm very happy about it. I am very, very happy about it. I
Okay.
am. I must say.
We like a happy Shawan. We like a happy
Yeah, I
Shawan.
must say that. I must say.
Okay.
I'm a little biased. I'm a Kendrick fan. I'm
I was
not.
about to say. I was about to say.
I'm not a Drake fan. I've never been a Drake fan. Although
Not at all. Not at all.
I like some of Drake's music though.
Okay.
I like some of Drake's music. He got bangers. Like we can't front and make it seem like he dog water. He not. Drake is a superstar. He makes hits. You know what I mean? Like he does. He makes hits, and that is a fact. But Kendrick is just another level of artist, another level of hip hop, and so that's the type of hip hop that I like, so
Okay.
It was just nice to see, I like the fact that he called Drake out for infiltrating Black African American culture and kind of going to all these different regions and stealing the culture and becoming the biggest rap selling artist in the world right now, off of a culture that isn't his, that Kendrick feel like he does not have respect for or really appreciate or truly even understand. And he just needed to be called out on it. And it happened. And I feel like Drake was put in his place a bit. I feel like he was put in his place, and I hope he learns from this. I hope he learns. I hope he learned the lesson. I hope he's learned, like, there's just some battles that this is not Meek Mill. You can't do what you did to Meek to Kendrick. So I
had no idea you were going to be so one-sided. I'm shocked by that.
That I hope you learned was
that was like personal, right?
A lot of weight to it. I don't think.
Yeah.
that was personal.
But the thing about it, and you guys, anybody who know me, there's always been something about Drake that has bothered me. There's always been something about him just really inauthentic. And I always say that. I always be like, Drake, he just annoys me. He annoys me. Like, it's just something about his spirit, something about him that I just never really could like sit with. You know what I mean? It was always a very inauthentic feel about him to me. So him being called out, I was like, you know what? You're right, Kendrick. That's
so
you thought it was time overdue.
Yeah.
let me ask you this question, and then Maxwell, I want you to throw your 2 cents on it. But
sure.
Shawan, I'm curious to know, like, how much of this has to do with the beef, as far as this particular question that I'm asking you, like, and how much of this is just in general as a person. Okay. But like, do you feel as if, or do you separate Drake the person from Drake the artist, or is it all one package?
To me, it's all one package, because we don't know who Drake the person is. You know what I mean? Like, we have no idea who Drake the person is. As a person, because his music, he's an entertainer. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like this well-packaged entertaining machine, and it's presented to us. We don't know who he is. We don't know what his stances are. We don't know what he believes in. We don't know where his love for hip-hop came from. We don't know what really influences him. We don't really know anything about his true artistry. We know he's talented. We know he can make melodies. We know he can ride a beat. He got a nice flow. Like, we know those things. Anybody can do those things with enough coaching and teaching. You can be taught how to do these type of things. So I don't really know Drake. What I do know about Drake is that he is not of the hip hop culture. He wasn't raised in it. He had no proximity to it growing up. He grew up in a very affluent neighborhood, raised with his white side of his family. And so he really had no proximity to hip hop, to Blackness at all, or to America, until he, by chance, met whoever put him on. I can't remember who it was, and they saw something in him, and here we are these years later. But yeah, I don't know who Drake is. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maxwell, where would you like to start with all of this craziness that we call a rap beef?
Well, I'll start by saying that I don't have a dog in this fight. And also that this makes me feel fucking old. This beef. But
shout out to being old, though. We made it. Shout out to being old. We made it, 'cause,
No, for real. But I don't have a dog in the fight.
Okay.
I'm not the biggest fan of either of these guys, honestly. But I'm more of a Kendrick guy than a Drake guy, for sure. But I don't really listen to neither of them that much. I love Good Kid, Mad City. I did not like To Pimp a Butterfly. I did like Damn, and I never heard Mr. Morale. So that's where I sit on Kendrick's catalog. And Drake, excuse me, I haven't listened to a Drake catalog since I think it's Nothing Was the Same. Is that the one where with the two faces looking at each other with the sky background? It was like cartoons and shit. That shit was
Yeah, I
weak.
don't know.
That shit was weak as fuck. So I don't really listen to Drake no more. With all that said, I think this battle is interesting. I think I understand why it's so exciting for people because it's honestly, if you're honest about it, it's the biggest. I think it's the biggest hip hop battle since Jay Z and Nas, being that it's two guys who are considered at the top of not just their game but of the game. Like these
Mm-hmm.
are two of the big three of hip hop, you know, as
Yeah.
they call it. You know what I mean? But if it was, excuse me, this is their version of Jay Z versus Nas in a way. So I do get why most of the young people aren't. Oh shit, good shot. I'm sorry, I'm still watching the game. I do get why most of the young people are so excited, and I kind of get why some of people our age are excited about it because it is competitive. Now it's really petty and it's getting really petty and really like motherfucking like childish and more dozens ish than anything
Mm-hmm.
else. Well, actually, no. Let me change that. It started off like that, but now it's on some niggas is accusing each other of real crimes. Like niggas talking
Yeah.
about you a pedophile and you be beating your wife and you be, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit. You going a little. It's getting going a little left for me as far as that.
Mm. Mm.
That's in general. As far as the songs go, I think that honestly, I think they kind of neck and neck as far as the songs go. I mean, I don't think anybody's dropped nothing that has really made me go crazy personally. But I don't think either of them has dropped nothing that's super weak either. So both of them been dropping some relative mid. Uh, I think that the hyphy record that Kendrick just put out is different. I do like this is what I do like. I do like that the releases have been kind of strategic. I like that. I think the way Kendrick is playing it, he's doing all the shit that they said that Drake usually does. Like they say Drake will diss you on a club record. He'll diss you on the record. Most niggas pull out some dusty ass beat, some dusty ass grimy beat from somewhere, and then give you all they rappiest rap bars in a battle.
Mm-hmm.
But they said Drake would take some shit that's gonna play on the radio and in the club and have bitches dancing. Excuse me, have women dancing or anybody dancing, bitch ass niggas dancing, whoever.
Mm-hmm.
Have people dancing to a diss of you. And
Yeah.
Kendrick done that. Kendrick done dropped about 6 records. He done dropped in like 3 different types of rap. You know, he done gave you some grimy verses. He done gave you a hyphy record that
Yeah.
he goes up in the club. You know what I mean? So I do think it's interesting in that regard that it's kind of strategic, but I don't like how they're accusing each other of actual crimes at this point. And I don't really know where it ends. Like, is it over now with this last song that Drake dropped? We're talking about going on vacation. Like, I don't know what the end game is here because I don't want to see it go left, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I don't have, but I'm not nearly as personal. I'm like the opposite of you because I'm
Yeah.
not, you know, on either one of these guys' side. I'm just over here looking at it.
Yeah.
So, you know, I can't say I don't care what happens because it's hip hop and I always care about that, but I don't have a personal stake in this one.
Okay. Let's
And
get into this.
that's my dissertation on the
Okay.
situation.
All right. I like the neutral standpoint, you know, like you just have a neutral standpoint and you looking at it just like,
Yeah,
okay.
these is little niggas to me, bro. Like I know Drake 38 or some shit, but I'll slap the shit out of Drake. Like these niggas, Kendrick too. Like y'all niggas, these little niggas to me, bro. You know what I mean? So these little niggas over here in the corner having a fight over some toys or some shit. Like,
Yeah.
I don't really care. Like that's why I said it makes me feel old because y'all is little niggas to me. And then I'm like, these are your OGs. Like Drake been on top of this shit for what 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
And that's crazy to me because
That's wild in itself.
bro. I'd slap you.
Like
bro.
that's wild. I don't understand why Drake been on top so long, but you know, that's just me.
Drake been killing the game, man.
Yeah. Let's get into these comments because I can see Scott over there
giggling,
getting ready.
No, listen, I'm loving every moment of this because I'm learning. I'm learning right now. I learned a lot about Shawan in these last 8 minutes that I didn't know. I didn't know that you and the thing is like I know one thing about her is like she enjoys like real rap music. You know what I'm
That's right.
saying?
Yep.
So she really like, will sit here and go and rap songs along with you and do words and you know what I mean? So that I know about her. So because of that fact, I could see why you feel the way you feel.
Yeah.
I am I'm shocked though you are so strongly opinionated against Drake though. I'm shocked.
Really?
I am.
Hmm.
So here's my thing.
Did you think she would be a Drake fan, or did you think that she would be more neutral on Drake?
I thought she would be Kendrick biased, but more neutral on
But more
Drake. Like,
Drake.
yeah, like
Mm.
I didn't think you were gonna be so more like, now go sit down. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I didn't see that coming. You know what I mean?
That's
But
literally how I feel. Like,
I,
but
but
I can't take away from Drake, success and his talent. Like, it is what it is. But I've always had my feelings about him, my personally, and it is what it is. Okay, y'all, let's get into these comments a little bit. So we got the intellect, Eric. Hello.
what up, Butler?
How you feeling? How you feeling? He says it was Little Wayne who brought Drake to the scene. I know that, but I thought it was somebody else.
Yeah, you
No,
talk about Jazz Prince.
Yeah.
You talk about Jay.
Maybe that's who it is. Yeah.
Because
Okay.
Jay Prince son found Drake and then put Wayne onto him, and
Yeah,
then
okay. That's
that's
what I'm
why.
like. I know it was somebody that actually discovered him and then brought him to,
Yeah,
Young Money. Okay.
I
So
think.
he said, what up, CJ? Okay, plays by CJ. Little Wayne put him on, but it's a little incorrect. His father and his uncle was part of hip hop band back in the day. So he's been a part of our culture. However, I can understand your point. Okay. All right. Intellect. What? At Max. Hashtag no last album listen. KDOT.
Nope, I haven't
Yeah,
heard.
you missing some gems if you hadn't listened to Mr. Morale. That it's a beautiful, beautiful album. So I think you should get that a spin in your spare time.
I heard all the reviews that I've heard about it are what make me not want to listen to it. Even though all the reviews have been positive, it's the way that they're describing the album make it seem like some old. I don't know. I don't know.
It's
Kendrick.
different. Yeah, it's like a healing album. It's more of him kind of like, talking about the things that he went through in a more healing way. And it's different. And I
But
think
does
people
it? But
just
do
kind of
it
like,
slap? But do it slap though?
it's slapped. Oh, he got bangers on there. I saw the tour. It was absolutely amazing. I mean, again, I'm a little biased, but I know good music. So
Gotcha. Mad at it. Yeah, I haven't heard it. I ain't saying it's bad or nothing. I'm just saying I haven't heard it yet. It's like it wasn't really high on my list of priorities of shit to listen to, and I still haven't got
okay.
to.
hey, I would like to ask Butler and plays by CJ, either one of them, who they think is winning or who won, or if
Yeah.
all gonna fight or who care. If you watching it all, if you paying attention to this, give us a comment. Let us know. Is it Drake or is it Kate? I want to know what you think.
Yeah. We want to know. We want to know what the
So
people thinking.
I'm not as I'm not gonna be angry old man like Maxell over there, but I'm gonna say that like so. here's my here's my angle. I gotta explain it. So I used to be the guy who was very judgmental about everybody, and I always had opinion, and I always, had a side and this and that, right? And I'm gonna tell y'all who destroyed my thinking: the Yin Yang Twins.
What?
And I know this is crazy, but just hear me out.
Okay.
No,
So
I know where you're going.
the thing is, as a someone who used to spend a lot of time in the studio and making music and doing that type of stuff, right? Like I didn't understand music like the Yin Yang Twins when it was first coming out,
Okay.
right? But at the same time, I was probably like 19 or 20 and I wasn't spending a whole lot of my time in clubs. And then I started going out my mid-20s, and Yin Yang Twins made all the sense in the world, right? Like, you understand that there is a time and a place for everything. Another thing that I understand is this: I'm slow to have an opinion on people with a lot of fans, because sometimes I think I just don't get it, and that's okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like, there are people who I don't understand why people like them and people love them, and it ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? But I don't knock nobody. If you can get some people to listen to you, you should keep making music. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said,
He's so mature now, Scotty Knox.
here's the thing though, man.
He
Like,
grew up,
now,
bro. He
Is
grew up. He
it?
grew up, Shawan. He
Is
used to
it?
be like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
He used to
yeah,
be
yeah.
Is
like that.
I used to be
it? Do you
super opinion. Hey, I used to be super opinionated. Like, I would have definitely been like, "Oh, he killed him when he said that." Like, if you would ask me about Ether and you know what I'm saying, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'd have been sitting here like, "Oh man, no, you know what I mean?" But
Mm-hmm.
and to me, I know we compare it, but here's here's my here's my problem with this situation.
Mm-hmm.
Shawan, it hurts my feelings that you don't treat Drake like a Hall of Famer, right? Like, you gotta treat Drake like a Hall of Famer. Like, you ain't gotta like it,
No,
right?
no,
Right?
I
But
never said that he wasn't though.
like, you just, I never. Well, what I'm saying is, right? Like, you
Mm-hmm.
gotta find your way to be a little bit more polite when it comes to Aubrey, because
I am.
no,
Why?
no, no. Let me explain why. This is what I'm
Yeah.
saying, right? Because I will say this about the dude, man. I said this on another show. I know I told this story before, so I'm not going to tell it again. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say this: when when Strick, um, when Steve Strickland told me, "Hey, it's a dude from Toronto who rap with Lil Wayne, and he finna take over rap," it it, it didn't even it didn't even make sense to me at the time. So even though I completely believed everything he said, it didn't make sense to me. But in my lifetime, I've heard of two people before they become huge, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I heard of Drake before Drake came about, but I hadn't heard any Drake music. But I remember
Uh-huh.
the first time I heard Eminem.
Mm.
And Maxell will be able to vouch, because this is 98, maybe 98 or 97, probably 98 though. But he can vouch. I brought a tape back from Detroit.
I think that was
So,
90.
was it 97? I brought a tape back, a cassette tape back from Detroit. Shout out to my man T Spikes in Atlanta. We getting all the Milwaukee legends in tonight, Maxell. So shout out to my man T Spikes. So I'm in Detroit.
Shout out to Neighborhood Watch too. Right?
Neighborhood Watch. What? Panic and Scotty Knox. Oh man, listen, we finna have a day. So the funny thing is that I went to Detroit, and I remember my man Miles picking me up. I think it was the Celly. He had the Celica. He had this blue Celica with the drop top. I mean, not the drop top, with the sunroof. Right. This when people didn't have sun. Everybody didn't have sunroofs. He had a sunroof in the Celly. And so we in Detroit, and so he put this tape in, right? And when he put this tape in, this music come on, and it's like it almost sounds kind of like a trailer park type carnival. You know what I'm saying? And and this voice come on, and it's like Slim Shady, brain dead like Jane Brady. I'm a M80, you little like that Kim lady. Buzzing, dirty dozen,
Mm-hmm.
naughty rotten rhymer, right? The person that you play is worse than Marty Schottenheimer's. He stopped the tape, and he go, blonde hair, blue eyes.
Mm.
And I go, no way. And he's like, bro, running through Detroit,
Mm.
battling and destroying everybody. So this is him telling me about 8 Mile before the movie is even created. This is him just telling me, like, hey, this
Yeah.
white dude is here destroying people
Yeah.
everywhere, right?
Yeah.
I brought this tape back to Milwaukee. If I ever told anybody he was white, they would be like, he was all right. If I didn't say nothing, they would try to steal my tape. Right? 6 months later, Dr. Dre signed me. And I was like, oh, it's over. Like the world doesn't even know what's about to hit them. So because I experienced that with Eminem, right? What I was so confused about when I was told about Drake was he was like, yo, the dude sing and he rap. And I was like, that don't even make no sense. How somebody who sing and rap gonna take over rap? Like, we don't even allow that. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like,
right.
That was my thought. And this is and mind you, Shawan, this is like texture time. You know what I'm saying? Because he had come to texture. We had this conversation in texture. I'm telling you.
Okay.
He's like, yo, dude from Canada on his way. He about to take it over. So that summer following, when every girl in the world came out, it all made sense. And I just got right in position and did everything I was supposed to do as the world turned, because I got it. It all made sense. Like,
yeah.
And I think when you are as good as he is, no matter how he is as good as he is, right? Because I know we talk about people in Ghost Riders and all that stuff, but I feel like if you've been on top for as long as he's been on top, it's borderline impossible to not involve other people in your process, right? It's like Saturday Night Live. They got to bring in writers and fresh faces and recreate. Otherwise, you get stale and, like it. Don't nobody want to see the same old nothing after a certain while, no matter who it is. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
So I say that to say, I haven't heard none of the diss records because I don't care about them dissing each other. Like, I definitely think Kendrick Lamar is the Nas of now. Like, he can rap, but they don't play none of his songs on the radio. Just like Nas.
Yeah, because he's not that type of artist. Like,
but at the same
not,
time, but if you look at they peaks, right? Like if you look at the Jay-Z Nas peak, you look at Drake and Kendrick. And Drake on the radio.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
But also Drake
twice and 3 times
is branded to be that way. Like Drake is a cat. He's a cash cow. Like he is branded to
whatever reason.
That's what he is, though.
But whatever reason you got, if you want to call him the rap Taylor Swift, I don't care. Whatever you want to call him, he like Barry Bonds at this point because Lil Wayne is definitely the best rapper of this generation, and for a really long time he's been the best rapper. But you right, like Tide ain't using Lil Wayne to sell nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't have that image. Drake now, I definitely have seen now separate from rap, right? Like separate from rap. If you want to talk about Drake and blackface and all that, we can have that conversation. You know what I mean? But or whatever. But I'm saying I don't bring it into making music because I feel like I don't get into what you do in your spare time. I try not to. And apparently, I hope they learn from Diddy and they try to keep everybody out of what they do in their spare time. Because, man, if you look at this is one thing I say, and I'm gonna stop talking because I feel like I've been talking forever. But I remember when rap was under attack when I was 18. You know what I'm saying? Or I won't say 18, like when I was 11, 12, right? Like I remember like the politicians trying to attack Luke and NWA and all them people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we got to stop rap. It is corrupting our kids. It's destroying our community. Like, there are people who still are in Congress off rap music, off their rap campaign, right? Or anti-rap campaign. And I feel like it's the same thing now, but instead of politicians, it's the police.
Right.
And it's crazy because, you know, I could be all the way wrong. I could be all the way wrong, and I can stand corrected. And these are assumptions, but this is just my opinion. But I find it hard to believe that amongst all of the rock and roll music and all that, and that culture was so drug oriented, like, how none of them ain't never been raided? Nobody? Ain't nobody in the history of rock and roll had a ton of drugs and underage girls at their house? Never.
Oh, they have.
But that's all I'm just saying, in my lifetime, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, whose house have we run in like Diddy's?
Exactly.
Right? Like, and I'm saying we have seen people both, like, what's the dude who married his adopted daughter? Woody Allen?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like, stuff like that, man. Like, somehow that doesn't even get brought up, discussed, and it's okay, and the world doesn't even say nothing.
Well, you know that Black folks are police different anyway. We're treated different. We're dangerous. We just do stuff, you know.
And somebody got to tell. Somebody got to tell. Who told on this?
That's true.
Call the police.
Who told? Yeah.
Call the police on the white folks.
But I still think, even if the police getting called, right? Like, the police ain't trying to take everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, even, and that's when you know, right? Like, when you get to that OJ status of when you screwing up and the law's coming out, like, come on, dude, we ain't really trying to take you to jail, dude. Like, could you please go back in the house and behave? Because we not trying to take Mr. Simpson, please. We're not. Come on, dude. Like, please don't make us take you to jail. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
So you said all that to say you don't give a fuck about Kendrick and Drake.
I mean, not the rap battle part, man. Just because of the. I mean, I'm a fan of both of them. I like both of their music. And I don't think years from now I will probably play any of them records. I mean, I don't, and I'm gonna play both of their records. You know, like, what is it? What's his first album? Good Kid, Mad City.
Yeah.
Like, to me, that album is like Outkast's first album, right? Like, it's just a dynamite. It's so good. There's no way.
It's a classic.
You're never gonna make another album that good. It's 50 Cent. You know what I mean? What was his album called?
The first one?
Get Rich or Die Trying.
Die Trying, yeah.
Like, it's that good. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's my first one is so good, you'll never get another one like this good. Right? Yeah. So I feel like, and I look at artists in that way, like, kind of like comedians. Like, if you notice, most comedians, they first big special be really good because it's all of the best jokes they've ever used at one time, in most cases, strung together, right? Like, I can give you, I've been doing this for 10 years and you never heard of me. All I got to do is give you 45 minutes. Right? I got 45 minutes. But now that you done use your best jokes, what comes after that? Right? And that's, you know, we talk about a lot, because, you know, Max Hill, speaking of OGs, old people on Facebook, you know what I'm saying? We had a conversation recently, because we didn't have a conversation actually, but I seen you talked about you weren't happy with like Cat Williams stand up, right? So I'm saying, like, that's another thing where it's like, even, you know, it's hard, I think, as an artist and as a comedian, like, and I get it, we want to be entertained. But I don't think people understand, like, when you have set a bar so high because you have used the best of what you got over your lifetime, and now you got to come in within 8 months or 12 months and follow that back up. Like how? If you're not really that guy, you know what I'm saying? And some people are. I think, Drake is Drake, man. Drake is great.
Yeah, Drake
You
is
know what I'm
Drake.
saying?
Drake is Drake. He's a hit maker. Like Drake is gonna make some
For
hits.
sure.
And it's just something about the combination of him that makes him so popular. And that's great. Like you can't take that away from Drake. Like you literally cannot. Like he literally has bangers. It's a fact, I don't think that this beef is going to change that for him. I think that his career is going to be fine. I feel like the only way that's going to change is if the pedophile accusations come to light and actually are true. But here's the thing. But here's the thing.
So aggressive, though. Is that
But
not
here's
aggressive? That's some
very
aggressive
aggressive.
dirt.
It's very aggressive. But in Kendrick's defense, he told him, chill. Like, chill. Don't bring up my family. Don't be doing all that shit that you're doing because I know too much stuff about you. And here's the issue that I have is that Kendrick, from what I know about Kendrick, he's a person who stands on integrity. He loves the culture. He loves what he does. And I don't see him saying something so bold like that without him having some type of proof that there is some weird, funny shit going on with the OVO crew.
Okay.
And I'm going to stand on that. And I'm going to stand on that because there is weird shit going on. There is weird shit going on. We've all seen over the years Drake being real weird with really young women, teenagers. We've seen weird shit like that. And even a few years back,
I can't say I ain't seen it. I can't say we because I ain't seen it.
But even a few years back, there was it's these two white guys that have a podcast, and they were talking about Drake, and they were like, one of the guys was like, this was like 2020, and one of the guys was like, yeah, Drake, he likes them young. He's gonna get caught up on some R. Kelly type stuff soon.
Oh, so we need to find that clip, Shawan. We need that.
And he was like, "What?" He was like, "Yeah, he likes some young. I like Drake, but he's gonna get caught up on some weird shit real soon." And so I feel like the reason KDOT is calling this man out is like he's a predator. Like this is a weird ass nigga. I mean, this is a weird ass dude. Like he's weird. Y'all need to beware that he's weird. And I believe that he's standing on integrity when he's saying that. He's not just saying it just to be sensational and salacious and to just get oh my God, he said that. He has a reason he's saying those things. So until those things come out, I'm like, okay, he put it out here. So what's going to happen now?
Let's run through some of these comments. So Plays by CJ says KDOT fans barely count that album because it was his last album with TDE before he can do his own thing. Kind of one of those albums he's just filling his contractual agreement.
That's Mr.
Mr. Morale.
Okay, and then so facts, Drake is definitely in the Hall of Fame. See, at least we see out of that. And he said whether you love or hate him, he definitely has an impact on rap history.
Yeah,
you can't deny that he's been where he's been.
That's a fact.
So the intellect brother Butler says ultimately, my musical tastes are driven by content over creativity. KDOT has brought both in everything he touches. And it's my opinion, so it must be true. And then he says, and the fact that Drake has had so many other writers, it gives me hesitation. It just can't give you all the love because it's not your work in total. And then Brother Butler says, is Drake a culture vulture?
Ooh.
And then Plays by CJ says, I'm not quite sure if Drake is a culture vulture. However, he is very influenced by different genres of music. Excuse me. My bad. I don't know. My bad. It did its own thing. Says very influenced by different genres of music, but that's what music is, low key, to answer Eric. And then he follows up by saying his first album was Section 80, but Good Kid, Mad City is a classic for sure. Second album.
Yeah,
Okay,
Section
so
80 too. I like Section 80 also.
so here's
Yeah.
where I gotta here's what I gotta jump back to right here. So Brother Butler says, is Drake a culture vulture?
Mm,
And I got a better question to challenge y'all.
okay.
Are we just mad at this point that other countries are starting to be better with our culture than us?
No.
Are you
No.
sure?
No.
And
I think
here's what.
that I think it's
What are
easy
the
to
other
I think it's
countries?
easy to kind of
You
I
said
think it's
that plural
easy
like it's a
to
bunch of other countries killing hip hop. What are
Well,
the
no, but listen to what I'm saying though, right? Like if you look at the influx of music, right? If you look at from the world genre right now, like hip hop isn't even really the number one thing on the global span, right? Like Afro beats kind of came and took that pull, right? So
Mhm.
it was trending one way, and I think that I know I could be completely wrong with this, but I feel like Afro beats is really almost I don't and I'm not saying this from a creation standpoint. I'm saying the reason why America gravitated to it so easily is
Mhm.
in those major cities where you can't go out and hear hip hop or rap, so they got to blend it with house music, right? Like that going out and that BPM being accepted, and then you get the transfer of, you know what I'm saying? Like, what was the Spanish version that was reggaeton,
Reggaeton.
and
Reggaeton.
now and then you transfer over to Afro beats, and I love
Mhm.
Afro beats. Like Afro beats is
Yeah.
real dope. And I'm not good enough in it to where like I know artists. I only know like four, but
Yeah.
like I listen, like I'll jump on an app and I'll listen to Afro Beats radio, and I try to then like add songs to my playlist. You know what I'm saying? Like of
Yeah.
stuff I never heard before, and a lot of times I add music without even knowing who the artist is because I'm not looking at my phone. You know what I mean? But
Mhm.
I say that to say this: like if you look at the things that generally have been dominated by black people in our country, it's really starting to get dominated by other countries, right? Like other countries are taking over basketball. Like your best basketball players ain't even from America no more. You got like one, like Anthony Edwards, right? Like everybody else, Giannis, Joker, Luca, like all these dudes are Wimby. All these dudes are from other countries,
Mhm.
right? And when you look at like music, even though like now they you got the beef with Drake and J. Cole and KDOT, but at the same time, right? Like Drake not from America and he been running rap for a really long time.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying? So and
Mhm.
I'm not saying like out of spite on purpose. I'm almost saying like accidentally without even realizing it. And I only say that because when you bring up a term like culture vulture, right? Culture vulture is generally people who want the culture, but they don't want the people.
Mhm.
And I don't think necessarily Drake don't want the people, right? Like I don't think Drake don't want the people. I think Drake is there's nothing wrong the hip hop world and the rap world and the world that supports Drake music loves
Mhm.
Drake, right?
Yeah.
So I'm saying like when I thought of rappers who sung and rap, I think of Ja Rule. That was like the
Mhm.
first dude. And then
Yeah.
50 came out and 50 was like, hey, we don't listen to him no more. And the world was like, hey, we don't listen to you no more.
I think that with Drake, there is a number of factors that made him as big as he is. Um, for one, he had a machine behind him. There was a lot of money put into Drake um, by the Jays. The Jays. We know who the Jays are. They run everything. They put a lot of money behind Drake, and then he was co-signed by the biggest rapper. at that time, which was Lil Wayne. So it's kind of like he really had no choice but to be successful. And then another thing, which some people might not like me saying, I feel like one of the really big things that made Drake as big as he is and popular is colorism.
So
I
we
really
just
feel
we just gonna disregard these 50-point games he been putting up for so many years.
but I'm saying the reason why he has been able to is because of these things. And I feel like the machine behind him, the money machine behind him, pushing him out. The cosign from Young Money from Lil Wayne. I mean, that right there solidifies you in the game, period. Like
So
that right there.
let me
And then on
let me
top of that, Drake is very charismatic and he's a light-skinned, attractive guy
I'm gonna
that
give you
sings,
hold on, wait.
that sings, and he makes the girls feel like, eh. And I feel like that is why he is so successful.
Let me give you let me give you a different comparison.
Yeah.
He's this generation's Kobe.
What is that?
He's this generation's Kobe, right? Meaning that if Wayne, who was the original blueprint, right, or the guy who brought him out, because
Mhm.
Wayne was the guy who was auto tuning more than everybody, with the exception of Future. You know what I'm saying? But Future wasn't really trying to sing with it. Like Wayne was putting out songs without auto tune, right? Because that was before Drake. Wasn't How to Love and all that before Drake? Am I missing that, or is that after? Okay, it could be after.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I don't want to get into a timeline because I ain't that. I don't know. But I say that to say this: the the things where Wayne could only go so far, right? Drake was able to see that game and go, oh, I could take that game to the next level. Like I
And we
could
know,
actually
and you know why he was able to do that?
wait, hold on. But here's the thing. This is what I will tell you. You can have a machine behind you, but a machine don't equal success,
It's
right?
not the machine
Now,
I'm talking
hold
about.
on.
It's
That's
not the
the help.
machine. He was able to do
But
it.
but
I
but but
feel
listen what
like
I'm saying. What I'm saying is though, normally the ball got to get rolling first. People put their money where somebody is winning. So it's
Mhm.
not like it wasn't like it ain't like some of the handouts we've seen in other cases in music, right? Where
It
it's
helps though, bro.
no. But what I'm saying is, if you look at his situation, right? Like if Lil Wayne is Shaq, Drake is Kobe, and Drake is like, I can get these 40-point games and still play with the best dude in the business. All I gotta do is play my lane. I don't even gotta do nothing more than just stay in my lane, and I'm gonna win. And
Yeah, I
then
don't
at some
blame him.
point,
I
at
don't
some
blame him for that.
but this is what I'm
But
saying though, right? I don't look at there's so many different ways to skin a cat. And I've said this to Butler because Butler don't agree with me from this angle. But I've said this, right? Like Drake sings and he raps. And generally, people who sing deal with songwriters. So it doesn't shock me that he would have other people in the room when he's creating music. It just doesn't. There are people who create music that way, where they bring energy and people into a room and they put records together, right? So does it shock me that dude got 9 names in the credits on his song? Nah, it don't shock me. You know what I'm saying? But for the you
But here's the
can't
thing. It
wait. Just let me say
okay.
this last piece and I'm wrapping up and I'm done. Right?
Okay.
We talk about who people came in with, right? Drake came
Hmm.
in with Wayne. Kendrick came in with Dre, right?
Hmm.
The difference is since both of them have separated from the hip from the guy who brought them in, one of them has made way better music.
Hmm.
Now,
and who is that?
the
And
other
who is
one
that?
might be the better rapper, but one of them has made way better music, right? And it's not even close. It's
And
not even
who has made better music?
Drake,
Yeah, I want to know.
Drake definitely has to have more hits than
I
Kendrick.
think Drake. I don't want to say it's way better music. I say
Does he make
Drake
better music
makes.
than Kendrick? Does he have more hits than Kendrick?
Yeah, he has more hits.
I'm saying this.
That's
This is
a
what I'm
different
saying.
thing.
We could both be wrong. And I'm happy to sit down and listen to anything and come back and then go and do it over. Right?
Who is supposed to be wrong about what? Well,
no,
you ask you a question.
No, I'm saying I could be wrong on what I'm saying. I'm prefacing this statement, right?
Okay.
But what I'm saying is this is how I feel about Kendrick, and this is how I feel about Drake. Both about the same, honestly, right? When I go get a Kendrick project, I like about 4 songs. That's just me. I'm not saying how many are good or bad. I'm saying I can usually grab 4 and go, I'm taking these 4. Now, mind you, you know what I'm saying? That's just my preference, right? Now, I can also go grab 4 from a lot of different people. You see what I'm saying? I'm just saying
on a Drake project.
I'm saying generally, I'm probably grabbing 2 to 3, 4, about the same number. I'm grabbing about the same number off both people.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And I don't really listen to J. Cole. Right. I'm not the dude who listens to J. Cole. So that's another one where I'll be missing out. And I know he can rap and I know he cold. I've had people point out like first person shooter where he completely get off, stuff like that. The record with him and Drake, the Super Bowl record where him and Drake get off, right? Like these dudes be getting off. It's just that these are just not things that I'm not necessarily gravitating
but
to.
Here's the thing. Drake is a pop star. Like he's a pop star. And he's marketed as a pop star, even though he does rap.
But that don't have nothing to do with me and what I like and what I listen to.
But that's why his music is so good. That's why he's so popular. Well, because he is a pop star.
Nah, I disagree with you. Listen.
That is true.
I think
it is the way that he is marketed too. I'm telling you right now, how he looks and how he portrays himself has a lot to do with why he is as successful as he is.
He look weird and he portrays himself as weird. He been painting his fingernails and wears beads.
Exactly.
Weird stuff.
They market him to the masses. They market him to the people that are listening to the music and buying it. They know exactly what they're doing with Drake. They put him out there. Listen, I'm telling you right now, one of the reasons Drake is as popular as he is strictly off of how he looked. If Drake was brown skinned and doing the same shit that he was doing, that he's doing, he would not be as popular as he is.
Listen to what I'm saying to you. He wouldn't. That's what I'm saying to you. I'm not disagreeing with you at all, right? I'm saying I see Drake on TV as much as I see Ice Spice, right? Like I see them both about the same. They both about everywhere, right? But my point is this: I don't know no Ice Spice records. That don't influence me, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm saying when I go and I listen to these dudes' music,
think you the shit.
I'm not influenced.
I'll be going hard. Get him that Ice Spice, nigga. Hey.
Shout out to Maxwell for knowing some.
You ain't even a part, bitch.
He's a habitual line stepper.
Thank you, asshole.
I had to use it.
He's a habitual line stepper.
I had to use it. I had to give it to him. But no, listen. I'm not disagreeing with any of the stuff you saying. I think Drake fell into a great situation. Yeah. But listen to me though. I also think Kendrick fell into Dr. Dre. And here's what I'm telling you about Dr. Dre, right? Mm-hmm. Anybody who gets with Dr. Dre, the first one, classic.
Yeah.
Hold on. What classic has he had since?
People will argue that Damn to Pimp a Butterfly. Like
we could argue.
People will tell you all the
but what I'm saying is we could argue, but it's an argument.
Here's another question. And what's Drake's classic though?
Wait, let me finish, right?
What's Drake's classic?
Hey, let me say this, right? So, but you got to remember, Drake came in right at the end of the mixtape era. So the whole Marvin's Room, classic. Marvin's Room is a classic for sure.
Is it?
Yes. I can't even see how you can even say it's not.
I don't even know what songs is on that.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. if you go back and you look at time, all I'm saying is this. I feel like since they both separated, since Drake has detached from Wayne's hip and Kendrick has detached from Dre's hip, I think Drake makes better music with the people around him. Now, a lot of stuff sound the same, right? Because a lot of these dudes, now the one thing I will say is different, and I think Kendrick tries to do it too, right? It's like that Eminem thing where we're like, we go get our sound. Like Drake has a sound. Like Drake generally, he has a sound that is Drake, where a lot of his records are melancholy and it's him melodically over the lower end of a beat. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick to me, this is where I kind of throw him in that Nas category because he's so good, he'll rap over anything. And I don't want to hear you rap over
You don't like
anything.
KDOT beats. So look, this is what it
Maybe
sounds
beat
like.
selection.
This is what it sounds like, which is also very Nas like. But this is what it sounds like.
And I don't like a lot of Nas beats. And I love Nas. I love Nas.
Shotty Knox are in this situation, and at least from what it sounds like, you are the Drake person in this debate. And Sharon, you are the motherfucking KDOT.
So I got pushed into being a representative. I guess you're right. You're right.
Both of y'all are speaking passionately. Knox, you are speaking very passionately about your Drakery. Your Drakery is very strong.
Drakery is hilarious, by the
way. I'm sitting here because I'm definitely not familiar with Drake's catalog because I don't be listening to Drake like that. So I'm not knocking him. It just ain't for me most of the time. You know what I mean? He seems like a nice enough guy. But I do agree that Drake has 100% benefited from the push. But I also agree that he had to have something established to get the push.
Bro,
you know what I mean? So I cannot credit the push for all of Drake, but Drake got to where he is. Like he wouldn't even deny. Well, he might deny, I don't know. But the nigga toured off a fucking mixtape. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna do that on your own. Like this nigga was out here off a fucking mixtape. So all that shit helps. And KDOT, same thing. Like he was out here moving already on the mixtape circuit. It was a different time then. Dr. Dre got with Dr. Dre. Now he's on. And as far as they music, Kendrick music after Damn, like I said, I haven't really heard much. I saw the nigga started dressing weird and shit. Nigga was wearing like crowns like he was Jesus. Like it was a little too strange for me, bro. And then that To Pimp a Butterfly was odd. I did listen to Damn though, and I did like Damn. Damn had some shit on it. But Damn was different. Energy. He had on a t-shirt on the cover and shit. He looked high, but even now he be looking like a fairy and shit, wearing like pirate shirts like Jerry Seinfeld had on and shit. Like I don't know.
You talking about Kendrick or Drake?
And Drake,
I seen he had some really big pants on and his shirt was tucked in. That looked kind of weird. Listen,
they get with them stylists. They get with them stylists and stylists and put them in clothes.
Yeah, but at the same time, though, Shawan, right? Like
Timberlands
but you know what? I will say this.
It's not Cali style.
No, let me say this. Let me say this. As somebody who has been in a few different cities at different times, I will say that in a lot of cases, you will be shocked that a lot of, especially males, like from major cities, like they don't be having no style for real. And it's a lot of it is matter. And now I can't speak for LA, but like, for example, when I used to live in New York, like everybody in Brooklyn dressed the same because they all got their stuff from the same place, right? Like they all had the certain shirts. Like you remember when them jackets was in that was like army green with the orange inside. You remember that?
Yes. Hell yeah.
You remember Max? You remember Maxell? You remember them jackets?
Hell yeah.
And we had the black ones with the orange inside. Like them was the everyday like like corner store Brooklyn coat that became famous because dudes was on TV wearing them. Like it ain't a matter, I promise you. And I just happened to live there to see it. So I'm like, oh, it ain't like a lot of these dudes don't got style. They when you from like, and when I used to run around with Chico, rest in peace, Chico Delvec. But when I used to run around with Chico, like Chico would meet me anywhere in Brooklyn. Like I lived in Queens. So like when we met, he would meet me anywhere in Brooklyn, but he wouldn't leave Brooklyn unless we was going to Manhattan. But like when I tell you, so a lot of times it doesn't shock me that like a lot of these dudes from major markets be ending up with stylists because they really everything, a lot of them is just local. They shop local.
Dog,
you know what I'm saying?
These niggas will put on whatever they give them, though. That shit.
Like KDOT wearing Nike Cortez
like,
is a local thing, right? Like Nike Cortez is a West Coast thing. That's you remember, bro. You remember we see them shoes in
the Mexican
the stock
Nike
room.
Yeah, the Mexican Nikes, man. The dope boy.
Yeah, the that's a signature.
The Nike Cortez.
Yeah.
That's a signature.
So
like y'all, let's get into some of these comments. We over time.
It's about that time. It's about that time.
Yeah. So Eric says she's addressing the reason he has been able to hit big numbers and achieve what he has, but he is winning in the game he chooses and how he's willing to do it. So no hate on his commercial success. Exactly. He's pushed commercially. That's why he is so popular.
Hey,
that's what it is.
Butler is pushed commercially. Butler is so mad he not here tonight.
Wow, way better music. I'm sure he thought about Kendrick.
Yeah, he was on your side of the fence. That's why I said he mad.
More hits don't mean better music. Absolutely. And that's how I feel. I feel like Drake has a quality about his music. Drake has quantity, and that's the difference. I
can't do it.
To me, it's like
I'm not gonna have that debate.
Drake,
no, listen.
That's me, though.
No. Listen. Here's what I'm saying. I'm not because of the fact that it's like the Nas Jay-Z thing, right? Like if you have a preference for one,
but those they were equally coiled though. Like I feel like that was they were equally coiled right there. Like they were equal. Yeah. That was equal.
But hold on.
Nas and Jay-Z, that's equal. Like
no.
As far as the quality and the lyricism and the artistic integrity, absolutely.
Hold on, slow down. No,
yeah, absolutely.
I'm not gonna let y'all do that. Hove hopped over Nas. Hove wasn't a part of the original Big Three. Hove inserted himself. Hove inserted himself due to Tupac going, forget the East Coast. So once it became that void, if you look at it, because Biggie and Nas were established, they were New York City. Jay-Z was trying to get in. Jay-Z hopped over Nas.
Yeah, he got that.
I'm talking about once he got established and these were the rappers. Nas and Jay-Z are neck and neck, period. Like, so
listen, they've never been neck and neck.
And I think today,
no, they haven't.
We can't.
Yes, they have.
Today we cannot act like Kendrick don't do numbers either, though. Like
Kendrick, it's a different type of thing.
It's a different type of numbers. Hold on,
it's less frequently because
it's streams.
Kendrick
don't have to. Kendrick can go away for 5 years and pop out.
Kendrick Lamar
all that sound good.
He does a lot of endorsement work. Kendrick is a star as well, bro. He be in Fashion Week and shit.
Listen,
you know what I mean?
All that sound great and good.
Both of them. That's why this is such a good clash in my both of y'all have a bias. Both of y'all sound like biased people.
Here's the thing, though. I feel like I'm not on the side of.
Here's the thing. You can't tell me how you feel. We know that. I'm telling you how you sound. Both of y'all. She has admitted her bias. You have not exactly admitted yours. You're trying to act like you being objective, but you're not. You're not.
Yeah, bro. You're not.
I don't know, man, because so then this is
if you rock with Drake, you rock with Drake.
It's not okay.
I know you almost 50. You almost 50, so you.
We won't judge you for rocking with Drake.
Both of y'all got long hair and shit, bro. It's okay.
All I'm saying to you is being on the side of the facts, right? Like I don't feel like the numbers are the same. I'm tripping. Are
No,
the
I'm not
numbers the
saying they're
same?
the same. I didn't say
The
So
they
what
were.
I'm
numbers
saying,
aren't the same. The numbers aren't the same.
I'm not
But
saying
no, no,
resumes
no,
the
no.
same? Are the
No,
resumes the same?
What Max was saying is
Are the
don't act
resumes the
like
same?
Don't act like Kendrick don't do numbers. Don't act like Kendrick don't do
Does
numbers
he do
because he do
Drake
numbers.
numbers? Does he do
No,
Drake numbers?
nobody.
Okay.
Who does? Drake is at the
Wait,
top,
slow
bro.
down.
Beyonce don't even do Drake numbers.
Did Nas ever do Jay-Z numbers?
Bro, who cares, bro? I mean,
Oh.
Because here's the thing. I'm on the side of numbers, and you tell them I'm not picking a side. I'm on the side of numbers.
But you're gonna do numbers when you drop more projects. Like if Kendrick dropped his frequency, I'm not sure I can't say for sure that he wouldn't do the same numbers, bro. Because when Kendrick drops. Like he hard.
Yes.
Like,
he don't have to drop all the time like Drake do. Drake drops all the time.
So what I'm saying is, in the way of the same way I would have lined up Nas and Jay-Z, right? I would have said, if you said, hey, pick their 20 best songs, I feel like you're gonna run out of Nas songs before you run out of Jay-Z songs.
Yeah, for sure. His catalog.
Okay, wait. I feel the same way about Drake and Kendrick. Am I wrong?
I understand. We're not disagreeing with you, bro. Nobody's disagreeing with you. Like you.
Okay, but this is what I'm saying. Wait. But I'm just saying that to say listen. I'm just saying that's my position. I'm not pro Drake. I'm just like pro catalog. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I'm just saying if we're saying like if we
subjective, bro. It's all subjective. It's fine.
But
yeah.
They don't agree. Everybody, they don't all agree with you that Drake has a better catalog.
I just feel like
Drake has more music, but that don't mean he got a better catalog. That's the whole thing I'm saying. With Nas and Jay-Z, their music is equally coiled. Regardless of Jay-Z having more music than Nas, they are on the same level musically. Period. They are on the same level. Period. Like it's hard to pick between Nas and Jay-Z because they are equally coiled musically. With Kendrick and Drake, of course, Drake has more because he's a pop star. He puts out more music because he sings and he raps. He collabs with everybody. Kendrick doesn't do that. Kendrick don't have to do that. Kendrick drop an album, he disappear, it's a classic, and then he come back and he drop. But the thing is that Kendrick and Drake are not equally coiled musically. They are not equally coiled. So that is what I'm trying to say.
So you mean
Kendrick
like
they don't make the same type of music, and Drake is not musically artistic as Kendrick is. Kendrick has a quality.
Didn't make the same type of music. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm using those two, though. They don't.
That's what makes it.
Jay-Z. This is what I'm saying.
Musically and lyrically, they are.
No, they are not.
They're equally coiled. Yes, they are. They are great. Yes, they are. Yes,
I'm not saying they're not great. We're not having a great.
They're closer than Drake.
They're way closer than Drake and Kendrick.
Subject matter. Both of them rapping about the hood, about street shit. Nas rapping about Queensbridge. Jay rapping about
y'all. Listen, you are
rapping about different sides of the dope game. They rapping about selling dope.
Listen. All that, listen.
Drake rapping about business. Kendrick rapping about all the
culture.
Listen, what I'm saying. All the filler stuff.
Either, but I know they are different.
I'm saying all the filler stuff is cool, right? But what I'm saying is, Nas never had no run like Jay-Z. Nas ain't never had no run like Jay-Z. Not
we
never.
Know
not
that.
one.
We're not.
Okay.
We know that. We know that.
Arguing. What are we arguing?
Because
I don't think that you understand what I'm trying to say.
I think when certain people have runs and when they appeal to the masses, that says something about their music, and it doesn't necessarily say something about what's pushing them. Like if I can continue to tour album after album after album, or however I do it, right? It's like Taylor Swift. I don't listen to Taylor Swift, but I know she cold. I know she cold without listening to a song. She cold. She gotta be.
We're giving Drake props for that. Like we're not
saying that. We're just saying that they're two different artists.
I agree, but what I'm saying is
one of them is more successful.
One of them raps better than the other, but
Your
one of
opinion
them
off
makes
subjective.
better music. When I say makes better music, this is what I mean.
And
I
no,
mean,
that's
if you take
subjective.
the three pieces to making a record, right? The
It's
beat,
subjective.
the hook, and the rap. I feel
Mhm.
like Drake does a better job of having a good hook and a better beat. And if the raps are a wash, right? I'm saying if you take the lyrics off the songs, whose instrumental album you gonna listen to? You gonna listen to Drake's, right? I'm saying total making songs. That's the
Yeah, you
credit I
can't.
give Jay-Z over Nas. That's why I keep making a comparison.
That's
I'm
fine.
just saying making
That's fine.
songs. Is
That's
Kendrick the
fine.
better rapper? It's not even close.
Scotty Knox. That's
It's not
fine.
even close.
That's
Hey,
what I was saying.
Kendrick has been on songs with Big Sean, Jay Electronica, and 8. Like Kendrick is a monster. That's not
Yeah.
even up for a debate. But I'm
Yeah.
just speaking on making songs.
We got you.
Just
Nobody
that.
is. We
We
got your
not
point.
we not
We got
yeah,
your point.
we've
But
been had your point.
that's all I was saying.
We
I was,
been
but
understood that.
but
You
I'm not
just
I'm
understand
not
what we were saying.
I'm not
You
Drake
just got mad
crazy
because I
because
called you.
I feel
said you
like
sounded
there's
like
a
Drake.
hey, because
I
just
accused you of Drakery, bro, and you got mad, bro. I'm
Drake
sorry.
well no I'm just
Sorry.
saying that I don't
I'm
have
sorry,
I
bro.
don't listen like I said they about the same to me. Like I got about the same of both of them. I will say this,
Yeah,
Drake
bro. I'm
to
sorry.
me is like he's like LL Cool J, right? Like he make a lot of records that aren't for me and I don't listen to. But when he decide to show up and rap or rap on records with other people or make a rap record, they normally be pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? And that's the Drake that I'm looking for.
Yeah.
All the singing and
I
stuff he
agree with
do,
that.
you know,
I agree with
and
that.
the same way with Kendrick. Like I love Kendrick, but I think when Kendrick is with Dre, right? Dre is so meticulous, he ain't letting you rap over nothing that ain't as good as it could possibly be. Right? I feel like Kendrick tries to have a sound like Eminem, right? Like these dudes try to have sounds. Like they don't want their music to sound like nobody else. So I'm not going to get no records from this dude or this dude or this dude. We're gonna do everything in-house with our crew like this. You know what I'm saying? And ain't nothing wrong with that. But it limits you from what you could do when you bring in other powers and other people and other sources if the goal is to make the best possible music. And I'm not saying club music. I'll give you a great example. Snoop with Dre, untouchable. Left Dre, went with Master P. We struggled like them first two albums. Them first two albums was real rough on the ears when it was just Snoop and Beats by the
What
pound.
was the first No Limit Snoop album?
Man, please.
Dogfather.
Was it? Yes. Yes. And that had like 2 songs on it.
Dogfather went double platinum though on GP.
But listen,
That's
on
'cause
GP though, right? But
Mm.
it's the West Coast. It's Cali. You gonna sell 1,000,000 records in Cali. So Snoop plus Beat by the Pound,
I do
boom,
get your
right?
point.
But the second album, right? It was still rough, right? But that last album, The Last Meal, is when Snoop figured it out. He figured out how to make records without Dre. And now I can go pull in Dre for 3 records. Now I can go get Pharrell. Now I can go get this dude. Now I'm going to bring Uncle Charlie with me. Now I'm making smash hits no matter where I go because I got a sound. You see what I'm saying? And I'm saying I feel like Kendrick is still getting that together per se. Like it's almost there. And I haven't heard the morale joint, so I'm behind. So that's why I'm saying I preface that with saying I hadn't heard the new joint, but that's what I'm waiting for Kendrick. I'm waiting for Kendrick to figure it out to a point where he makes equally good music with Dr. Dre as he does without Dr. Dre.
But my point of the point that I'm making is that that's not Kendrick's goal. He don't.
It don't
His
have to
goal
be
is not
Kendrick
to do
goal.
that. His goal is to make the music that he loves that speaks to him because he's an
Which is
artist.
great.
That's what he wants to do. He don't really care about the Drake numbers.
But that's what. But that's what I'm saying though. I know he don't care about what I think, right? The same way Drake don't care about what I think, right? I don't think Nas or Jay-Z cared about what I think. But at the end of the day, though, hold on though. Before Nas tried to keep up with Hove and start making club records, his albums were nothing you could play in the club, and they were incredible. You see what I'm saying? Like his first 3 albums are solid. He tried. I think the 3rd album is when he tried to start making songs with like Timberland, and he started doing the "Hate Me Now" with Puffy. Like he tried. He was getting sick of watching Jay-Z. Jay-Z was killing it in them clubs. You see what I'm saying? So he was like, "Yo, I got to go get some of this because he's killing it." And that's why I'm saying that is where their beef kind of started. Because Jay-Z is like, "Man, how could you be the king of New York? When I go out, they play my music. They don't play none of your stuff. Never." You see what I'm saying? And I mean, the way that stuff matters, like when 50 came out, I lived in New York when 50 came out, and I ain't never seen it. Y'all talk about a machine. I ain't never seen nothing like that. I ain't never seen anybody have the world on stuck like 50 Cent. Like when 50 Cent first came out and I lived in New York City, when I tell y'all, I watched DJs start that song over 4 and 5 times in the same night, just start it over. And I'm talking about at 1 a.m. peak, Funk Master Flex come in, drop the bomb in the Cheetah Club, like craziness. So that's why I'm saying, like, there are certain people, machine or not, the people speak for it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just saying, like, Kendrick's dope. Nas is dope. But they don't make the same type of records. So that's why it doesn't equate to the same type of success.
That's
but
what we said.
I'm saying, I'm just saying, all I'm saying is lyrically, I like them, but I think they both gonna give me about 4 records. Both of them. They gonna give me about 4.
We got
right?
you.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, but I feel like we grew up in an era where you would play an album front to back, right? Or at least try to. I feel like for the last 20 years, if you get five records off somebody's album, you should be pleased with that. Because that's what it's baseball numbers now. About 5 for 15, 5 for 13. Right? That's about right, right? Like, are you pleased if you get an album? You said what?
I don't listen to enough new music, so I can't really say, but I hear what you're saying because we live in like a playlist era.
Yeah. So I'm saying, like, Shawan, if you listen to somebody's project, if they just got a couple songs, like, you cool with that, right? Like, you ain't looking for somebody's stuff to be. Are you still looking for the front to back in 2024?
It depends on who it is.
See, I'm not looking. Who still get front to back? Put me on.
I mean, that's rappers, like rap music. I can't really speak for rap music that gives like front to back albums. Okay. But I'm just talking about in my world, like the stuff that I listen to, like R&B and stuff like that.
Here's what I want.
Freddie Gibbs gonna give you an album. The Griselda niggas gonna give you an album. Like the niggas that you don't hear from all the time are taking the time to put a project together, and not just
right. Yeah, because that's a difference too. Like, I don't feel like Drake albums are like complete bodies of work. I feel like it's a bunch of songs put on the album. Like, they don't. It's like not something you can listen to front to end, and it actually like tells a whole story, and you understand like it's a body of work. Versus Kendrick. Kendrick has a body of work. His music is a body of work, which is why he does not drop as frequently, because his music actually is telling a story. And it's crazy because you can listen to the album before and it goes into the new album, and then it can go into the next album. You know what I mean? So it's a different.
He over there.
They have two different bodies of. They have completely different body of work.
He doing like Star Wars trilogies. He put
exactly. And that's what I'm saying. It's a quality over the quantity. You know.
Here you go again. See, I was trying to eat better quality, quantity.
I'm just
all right. I'm fine. All right. Well, listen. I know we got to wrap it up, man. Maxell, I appreciate you for coming to hang with us. You know what I'm saying? Plays by CJ. Brother Butler being y'all came out was person 4 and 5 today. We appreciate y'all for jumping in.
Shout out Danielle,
credit lady. We love the credit lady. Yeah.
I did see that Drake said he's fed him fake news. I don't believe that though.
No, we don't.
Doesn't make sense.
I mean, it was pretty debunked with Kendrick's response, but you know.
That's
and then we got a new person here.
I don't even know. Is that Will I look like Will I Am? Do I really look like really? Really don't.
Everybody go boom, boom, boom. Go boom, boom, boom.
I can't get jiggy with that. I can't get jiggy with Will I Am.
You do look like I am.
Oh, on that note, people. No, you don't. No, you don't.
You always have, bro, for as long as I've known you, bro.
So but you've never
being
called me
funny.
Will I
I
Am.
put my finger on it, bro.
No, bro, knock it off, bro. You know what? Well, thanks for coming, Maxell. You'll never be back.
I'm just telling you, man. You will I am.
He's a habitual line stepper.
That's why he can't come back no more. That's why I can't. No, but for sure, that I just didn't know. I didn't know that was a thing. My bad. Okay, gotta figure out.
But Max, we do want to thank you for joining us tonight. You made the show exciting, made it fun. Thank you for yes. And you're welcome back at any time.
For sure.
Hey,
Fuck Drake and Kendrick, but I think it's fun. But I do think it's fun, and I want to see how it ends.
Hey, I knew I had to get.
Can rap better than both of them to me.
Okay.
But J. Cole music is not that good either. His shit is boring. His features are better than his albums, but that's a whole nother hour worth conversation.
Okay, all right. On that note, y'all, thank y'all for joining us for another episode of Is It Wednesday Yet? Do not forget to follow us on all of our platforms. Our social media platforms, follow the BS3 Network. Let us know how y'all feeling, what y'all want to talk about. Until next time.
We out that thing.
Booties on my nuts. Some big getting what? Then I make no noise. That's how I get my stacks. My man, you see my diamond ruby juices freezing. These groupies scream they need us. These losers. See everybody talking like they doing what we doing, but these brothers is rare and they ain't moving like we moving. And everywhere we go, when we walking, women choosing. Don't hate, it's alright, so don't hate.